Hey guys, it's Keith with KJE Aquatics, and we are live. Um, I know I'm early, and I usually are always early. So I said 1:25. I don't know what time it is right now, but it's 1:20 something, so it's close enough. But it's good to see a couple of you guys. Yeah. Hey, Greg, you're right. I was just joking with my son to tell him to adjust my makeup before I came down here. And Eduardo, thanks for showing up. But Greg, still got the T-shirt you gave me. Thank you. But anyways, I'll wait a couple minutes. If you guys have any questions, just holler. I'll try to keep up with the chat. I'm not always good at doing that. I actually pretty shitty at keeping up with chat. You're right. It's a nice shirt. But I got a box back here. Just one box. I got some stuff in. We have a swap coming up. Mr. Greg is going to be there. The swap is in Fall River, Massachusetts. Greg, help me out here. New Bedford, Fall River. It's far as F for me. It's over a 3-hour ride for me, which is this weekend coming up on the 25th. So the South Coast Aquarium Society or South Coast Aquarium Club. Forgive me if I get the exact name of the club wrong, but Andrew runs it out there. They have a swap. We're coming. I got some plants. I'm bringing pond plants to the swap. So if you guys need pond plants, I'll have some. So yeah, the summer kickoff swap meet, Greg. If you can, do me a favor, Greg, and if you got time to post the link. So if you guys are out on the East Coast, Eastern Massachusetts, Rhode Island, is definitely worth hitting up. There's going to be way more vendors than just me. I am the best. I'm the best looking. I have the most product line out there, but there's other people too. So come out, hit them up, and spend some money, have a good time. But Eduardo, again, thanks for showing up. Actually have 9 people here. If you guys are lurking, do me a favor, just shout out so I know who's here. If you want to stay incognito, that's your prerogative. But anyways, the Zen Ginger, what's up? So before I get into this box, I will tell you, I had, and this goes with fish keeping. If you guys are in the hobby long enough, you're going to have some ups and downs. Sometimes some really bad downs. And this past weekend, we had a cold front that was really cold through the Northeast. And if you're upstate New York, over where Greg lives, Greg's a little bit south of me. But any of you guys upstate New York, upper Pennsylvania, anything like that, that cold front was really fucking cold. And I got like 8 tubs outside, and I got a variety of fish. So I have swordtails outside, and I had a few others, Vietnamese white clouds, and rhombus barbs, and a few other things. But the cold front that moved through this past weekend is very unusual for this time of year, and it killed off 3 of my tubs. So it's kind of, I can get upset, but you gotta roll with it, because again, you stay in the hobby long enough, you're gonna have ups and downs, sometimes more downs. So I lost a tub of diamond tetras, I lost a tub of CPDs, and I lost a tub, and I didn't think I would lose them with the cold weather, but Lemia nigrofasciata, which is the Humpback Lemia. So those are 3 tubs, and the Humpback Lemia, that one fucking hurt, because I put my whole colony outside. So, and I really like those fish, and I really want to keep them. I know I sent some to Greg, and I sent some to Andrew. If you guys build up your colony, I would appreciate you selling me some fry back. And if anybody else has the true Humpback Lemia, hit me up. Hit me up in the comments below. Not in the chat comments, because when I shut the live feed down, the live comments, they go away and I can't read them. So you could come back and hit the or comment below. But if you have Lemia nigrofasciata, which is the Humpback Lemias, I would be interested in buying some back, or buying some, because I really like that fish, and I lost my whole freaking colony. The cold front, Mother Nature sometimes just kicks you in the, you know what. And again, you got your ups and your downs. I'm not perfect, and Mother Nature she does what she wants, and it sucks. But plants are doing good. In the cold weather wasn't so much harmful to the plants that we have outside, but the lows got into the low to mid 40s, and you know, tetras, they don't like that. So, and I had some nice big breeder sized tetras, and they were all floating. So, anyways, shit happens, right? Forrest Gump said that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get into the box. Hey, Kathy. So you guys are going to see it as I see it. So I haven't opened it up yet. I actually had a customer that was over in the Albany area and wanted me to drop some plants off, and I said no. I said I got to unbox them first. I didn't want to open the box and then come back and anyways. So we'll get right into it. Again, a lot of these are pond plants. I'm bringing a bunch of these. Well, not a bunch, but I'm bringing a good amount to the swap, the South Coast Aquarium Society swap on Saturday. So I'm going to try to untie that neatly, but it's not working. Bionic bag, man. Whoa, that's a tough ass bag. So, all right. So let's see what we got. First off is these are mixed swords. So these guys are coming to the swap. So I'm not even gonna put these on the website. These are just sword plants. Small, mixed variety. That right there, pretty sure that's a planter bar. But these are going to the swap. So, sword plants. Not all of these are going to the swap. So, Cryptocrine Wenti Red. So, Crypt Wenti Red. I might bring some of these to the swap, but this is a regular plant, or this is a regular species that we have here at KJE Aquatics. I just shouted out my former employer's name, so they can suck it. But anyways, KJE Aquatics usually has the red variant of the Crypt Wenti. So that's what you have right here. Water Sprite. Some of these are going to go to the swap, and some of these are going to go outside and are in our tubs outdoors. But I'm just handling these gently. This is an excellent plant, grows fast, but when you handle it, you got to be gentle with it. This is a very delicate plant. But the cool thing about this plant, so say you break a stem, you break one of these stems, don't freak. It's not going to die. Just float it. This plant is easily grown floating or planted. So again, say you're handling it and you break a stem, just throw it in the top of your tank or in your tub or pond, and it's going to grow. So this is water Sprite. Who else showed up? My buddy Mateo. What's up, Matt? Lunatic Fringe. Kathy. What's happening? Let's see what else. Naomi. How's it going? So, again, let me see what else I got. Cornwort. I'm going to bring some of these to the swap on Saturday. So, this is, I don't remember how many I got. I only got a dozen this week. But this is a bread and butter plant. Great for indoors or out. So if you're doing tubs outdoors, get a couple bunches of these. Just throw them in. You don't have to plant them. Throw them in. Great at maintaining water quality and great at oxygenating the water. So cornwort, super duper plant. Also great for fry cover. So if you're trying to breed plants, that's the thing. I was gonna say a bad word, but honestly, I only say bad words just because it's habit. I don't do it intentionally. Next up, contortion vallisneria. So contortion valves. This is the bigger version of the corkscrew valve. So I usually get these in every week. This is a hot seller. This is a dozen plants. When you guys order them, it's a single plant. So I've had people ask me before if it's a bunch, like several plants. No, on our website, it's a single plant. We usually have a few leaves off of the root base, but that's what you get when you order it. So if you're ordering this plant, I suggest you order several of them, depending on how much you want to spend. But I would start with at least 4 plants, depending on the tank size. They do grow pretty fast, and you can propagate them because they're going to shoot runners. You can propagate them pretty easily. That's with all vallisneria. Same way with this one right here. This is vallisneria jungle, so species red. So the species red has a wider blade, a leaf blade versus the regular jungle valve. Does it get red? You guys, if you watch me before on our other videos, I say it really doesn't get real red. They just call it red, so I got to go by what they call it. You need pretty intense light to get a reddish hue. So, hey, Sandy. I'm just looking through the chat right here again. So, I see my buddy Sandy. And... oh, Kathy, I let loose with more than a damn it or an oh shit. But, yeah, I appreciate it. It's how I talk. So, anyways. All right. Next up is... shit, I double ordered this. That's okay. That's definitely okay with this one. This is one of my favorite swords. And I actually double ordered it. Sometimes when I'm putting stuff on the list, I copy and paste off the master list from the wholesaler, and I put it on my Word document, and then I got a big long list when I a big long one. Yeah, really, I don't have a big long one. But anyway, sometimes when I'm copy and pasting from the master list over to my order list, I do occasionally double order because I'll oh yeah, I want this one, and oh yeah, I want this one, but I already put it on there. So that's what I did with this. Anyways, red Reuben sword. This is by far my favorite sword plant. So the red Reuben, these are medium size. To me, and I'm not no plant guru. People think I sell plants equates to me being an expert. Um, that's not the case. I'm a hobbyist just like you, so I go through the trials and tribulations just like you. So when I say something grows easy or does well for me, that's because it does well for me. And as far as a sword plant, this is, hey, what's up, Rico? The red Reuben, from my experience, upstate New York, hard as brick water. The red Reuben is the easiest plant that works for me. It converts easy because if you guys don't know, a lot of the plants that come in from the nurseries are grown immersed, meaning grown above water. So this plant right here, the red Reuben, converts the easiest for me, has nice coloration, and does really well. I love the red Reuben. That is my personal favorite sword plant. So just letting you know. Keith, compared to U.S. though, you are probably our expert. Even a little help. Oh, I appreciate it, Zen. I like to do these lives and I've been doing them for a while now. I used to just going on just doing videos because I had the YouTube channel for a couple years, and we just recently got over 1,000 subs, and I really appreciate it because the Fish Fam actually pushed me over 1,000 subs. So you guys are great, help me getting over that hump. But we don't. If you guys check out my Fish Fam or my YouTube channel, we use it for business. So we don't really like have a scheduled live stream or anything like that. But as far as doing the lives, I just think it was a good idea marketing myself as far as being a business and showing what we have come in. So I use YouTube as a marketing tool. I just thought it was a good idea, and I just rolled with it. We used to do recorded videos and put them on, but really, honestly, I find doing the live so much easier because you just get on. You don't have to edit. You don't have to. I mean, sometimes I'll put a thumbnail on there. Big friggin' deal. But you just get on there and you just roll with it. If you're not an introvert or scared of being on YouTube Live, you just do it. Kind of Rico's here, so I watch some of you, Rico, and listen to some of the stuff that Rico said. He said just get a camera, iPhone, whatever, turn it on and just roll with it. So it's kind of what we do. But I appreciate you guys watching. So actually, in the middle of the day on a Monday, I got 23 people watching. It's pretty freaking good. It's not as good as it's not as good as Aquarium Co-op, but I ain't as pretty as Corey, I guess. So, I'm just trying to read the chat right here. Nola, what's happening, Nola? And looking through the chat right now, several of you guys are, customers of mine and friends. So, and I really appreciate it. So, I know Nola's bought from me and Kathy's bought from me. My buddy Mateo has bought from me. Sandy. If I miss shouting you out as a customer, I apologize. But anyways, you guys that buy from me, honestly, I really appreciate it. If you don't know, KJE Aquatics, this is our full-time job. So I got to compete with Jeff Bezos. So help me kick his ass, which is pretty hard to do, but you guys could help me kick his butt. So, and we have way more than just plants. KJE Aquatics, we started out with selling plants, mainly selling plants and fish. But we morphed into pretty much a full line aquatic pet store. We sell some high-end fish food lines. We sell products from Fritz Aquatics, which to me is the best company to work with as far as water chemicals and meds. Fritz Aquatics they're great. So foods like Dr. Basilier, Rapashi, Ocean Nutrition, a lot of stuff. Filters, we got filtration, we got air lines, we got, I don't know. Just go to our website, kjaquatics.com. We got so much crap. So, Alishan, if you just got here, I lost 3 tubs, three over the weekend. I lost my diamond tetras, I lost my CPDs, and Alishan, I lost all the Asian rummy nose. That cold kicked my butt. So, Naomi, what's happening? Anyways, let me get back into the box. I get to rambling. Crypt Wentai. These are Crypt Wentai green. I had a couple customers want these last week, and my stock didn't look that good, so we subbed them out. But I ordered more. So if you're still interested in the Crypt Wentai green, these are pretty nice clumps. So that's what you're going to get with one plant. I'm just shaking them out because they're squished in a bag. But that's a nice clump of Crypt Wentai green. So pour these in. Here's another one. I'll probably bring a few to the swap. But we have these on the website too. This is Wiggia Polustrus. This is actually native to the United States. So if you guys want to go search out in your streams, rivers, creeks, lakes, or whatever, you might be able to find this one. Wiggia Polustrus. It'll get, with higher light, it'll get a nicer reddish color. Look at Matt go. And look at Sandy go. You guys kick ass as mods, man. So, this one here is like very popular. This is Wiggia repens. I'm just shaking them out. Wiggia repens, also known as Wiggia species red. And you can grow this indoors or out, but with decent light, you're going to get the top of the plant, you're going to get a nice reddish color. Right now, these are just green. These are grown actually indoors, but immersed. So they're not getting the full sun at the nursery. So they stay the greenish color. But throw a clump of these out in your tub. You could pot these in just one of these pots with, hold on. So you can take one of these clumps, and we sell these on the website too, but you don't have to buy them from me. You can, but take your 2-inch square of rock wool, take one of these pots, place it in there, take your pot here, squish the rock wool down in there. Now it's potted like you see at Petco, but their plants die because they suck. But take this and throw it in your tub outdoors, and it's going to grow, and you're going to get a nice reddish color towards the top of the plant. So Wiggia species red, also Wiggia repens. These are on the website. So. Okay. Actually got quite a few plants in there, more than I thought. All right. Most of these are sold right here, but these are Anubias. These are assorted Anubias. These are larger pieces of Anubias. So I have these. They're actually, most of them are sold. This one has a flower on it. Check it out right there. I'm not flipping you off. I was just using that finger. So these are nice pieces of Anubias. Look at the rhizome on that. That is nice. Yeah, Alishan, it really sucks because Alishan, they cost me real money. So, you know, the fish weren't super expensive, but then you got to pay overnight shipping. So, you know, there was like that group of fish was $100 that I just more than 100 actually. So it was more than 100. The amount of fish I had plus the cost of shipping, and Mother Nature just said, "Forget it." You know, they said you ain't keeping those this year. So I was thinking about reordering them, but it's kind of late in the season, and I'm not gonna do it. But anyways, if Imperial contacts me, Alishan, and you know, and they definitely have males and females, and they're decent size, I'll probably get some in, and I'll just put them in the tank. I really like the fish, and I would like to do them next year. So I'll get some, house them indoors. Anyways, I doubled up my order a couple times because this is another one that I already did. But here's more contortion valves. Must have been late when I sent this order. So I got double order contortion valves. No big deal because I sell the crap out of them. So, all right. Next up, Sagittaria subdullata narrow leaf. So this isn't dwarf sag. This one gets a little bit taller, and I really like it. I really like this plant. It's very easy. It converts easy. These are grown immersed, and the way you could tell immersed versus submerged on this plant in particular is the immersed grown plants. At the tip of the plant, you'll have more of a paddle, so the tip of the plant's a little bit wider. So if it's fully submersed, it's going to be narrow all the way up, so you won't have this paddle. But trust me, this plant converts so easy. You don't have to worry about immersed versus submerged. I see a lot of people on social media saying never buy plants immersed. That's stupid, like really stupid. And the people that say that you're just, I want to call you stupid, but it's a stupid answer, and it's just being ignorant. If you guys don't know, most plants come to me, to your other suppliers, to your local fish stores and whatnot. They come in from the nursery 99% of the time grown immersed. So if you stick to just, I'm trying to say this and be nice about it, if you stick to just trading plants between hobbyists, you're going to limit yourself to what you can get. So, which is fine. The local fish clubs are great for doing that, and we sell a lot at local fish clubs. So I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say this in a nice way. Basically, don't think that immersed plants are evil, because they're not, and don't think that converting immersed to submerged is difficult, because it's not. All right. Growing any plants, whether it be aquarium plants, house plants, or plants in your garden, plants in general, you got to be patient. So if you're not patient, then don't grow plants. Buy plastic. So hold on. I always thought it was safe to put fish. Yeah, I'm going back to. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm just scrolling. I'm trying to unbox and talk to you guys too. Yeah, Alishan says, I always thought it was safe to put fish out June 15th in my area. Exactly. I gambled a little bit because it was really, really warm, Alishan. And I put a lot of fish outdoors, and it bit me in the butt. But if I even would have put them out on the 15th, it would have bit me in the butt. So you're right, Sandy. That cold front was nasty. I mean, it got cold here, like really cold. It didn't frost, but it got down into the low 40s, and which is it's not common here. I got a 54. The Zen says I got a 54 bow front tank, 2 feet deep. That's a crappy footprint, bro. I can grow as Anubias. Other suggestions? Yeah, 2 foot deep is a shitty ass fucking footprint. Anubias, Java moss, Java fern, Bucephalandria, maybe Vallisneria, Sagittaria, and some crypts. So that's probably about it. 2 foot, or put another light fixture on there. If you have one light strip, a good quality light, put a second one. But 2 foot deep. That's why, honestly, I posted something on our Facebook page. If you guys don't follow us on Facebook, I'm probably more active on Facebook than I am on any other social media platform. I know a lot of people hate Facebook. I friggin' hate Facebook too. Facebook is pretty toxic, but I use it for business. And Facebook probably has the most, the largest audience. So we use Facebook. So anyways, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. I'll post comments. I'll post sales. I'll post stock updates. But going back to something Zen said right here. I posted a comment the other day about deep tanks and about people growing plants, and the number one enemy to people keeping deep tanks is improper lighting. It's just a fact. So, and what you're saying right there is a prime example. So, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, Alishan. Sammy's a little bit north of me, so she's just north of the capital region. So she's up in Adirondacks. So yeah, she got colder than me. I'm in the Schenectady. I'm in Schenectady County, so I'm just like northwest of Albany. But Sandy is she's up in the Adirondacks, so she's probably about 45 minutes north of me, but much higher elevation. So yeah, she probably got hit hard. Greg, that Zoomed 50 low boy is the shit. Meaning that's a badass footprint. The tanks with less depth are the tanks that you want for growing plants, in my opinion. All right, let me get back to here. So, I actually got a lot of shit left in here. Got like a lot. All right, this here is a I say put it in a pond. Some people try to grow this indoors, but you need a hell of a light to be successful with it. But look on our website, because showing you this isn't going to do it any justice. But this is a mosaic plant. Look these up on our website. The mosaic. Beautiful pond plant. It needs highlight, straight up highlight. You put it in your fish tank, and it's probably gonna die. So next up is red stem parrot. So this is red stem parrot feather. Make sure with this plant, check your state. Make sure it's legal for your state. It's fine in New York and most places in the Northeast. Some places down south, it's on the no-no list. So check it. This is dwarf red stem parrot. Grows great outdoors, and you just float it. I just float this plant. Don't you can grow it indoors, but you need good light. Next up is, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell this or not, but I'll show it to you because I normally don't get it in from the nursery because a lot of times it doesn't look that great. But this actually is not too bad. This is just your everyday Java moss. So I will probably portion this up and put a few on the website. There is a little bit brown in it, but Java moss grows easy, grows relatively fast for a moss. So don't be scared of some of the brown. That's just when they grow this at the nursery. I'm going to show you. This shit comes in like a fucking kilo of cocaine, but it's grown in big clumps. So you're going to get some brown on the inside. But when we portion it out, we'll portion it out into a piece probably about that big. So it's going to be golf ball. I'll squish it down. It's going to be a golf ball size portion, but that's what we sell. But it grows pretty fast. If you're a fish breeder, Java moss is a valuable tool. So, next up is Egerian Najas. So this is the legal version in my state of Anacris. Egerian Najas. Again, this plant is a pure floating plant. Don't try to plant this in the substrate because it's going to rot wherever you plant it, and then it's just going to come up and float. Great oxygenator, great at pulling nitrates out of the water, and great at for fry cover. So Egerian Najas. Next up is Tiger Lotus bulbs. I sell these as sprouted, and some of these are already sprouted, so that's a bonus for me. But we only sell these sprouted. I won't sell these just as a bare bulb. Other distributors will. Other retailers will. But this is already sprouted, so you know it's legit. You know it's live. It's not a dud. So we sell these at various sizes. So I'll have bulbs on up to large plants. I do have to update the website because I have a lot more plants than I have listed on the website. So I have right now I have small, medium. I don't have any larges yet because people have been buying them. So my mediums go for sale, but we sell them. The best way to save a buck is buy it as a sprouted bulb because it's going to grow for you, and just be patient. And they actually grow pretty fast. All right, dwarf water onions. I love these plants. I don't see a lot of people selling them, but here at KJE, this is a bread and butter common plant. So it gets its name because the onion type root base looks like a scallion, but these will flower. So if you go to our website and you search dwarf water onion on our website, I have a picture of one that flowered on there, and that's actually one that flowered here at KJE. So, all right. Next up is Cryptocrine lucens. This plant right here is a fabulous foreground plant. Right now, it's a little bit taller because this is the immersed height of it. So the height of this plant right now is probably 4 to 5 inches, maybe 6. But once this converts, if you could see within the root base right here, you can see these smaller leaves. When this converts, that's about the height that it stays. So it's going to stay 2 to 3 inches. And the leaves will be smaller once it converts. So Cryptocarine lucens, to me, it's nicer than Parva. It's less expensive than Parva. It grows. All crypts are slow to grow, but so it grows the same as Cryptocarine Parva. I see a lot of people. I don't really stock Cryptocarine Parva because it costs much more money. You get a tiny ass plant for $4 or $5 when I could sell you this whole clump for the same price. So I prefer Crypt lucens versus Cryptocarine Parva. So that's why I stocked it. I can get you, if you're interested in Cryptocarine Parva, I can get it for you. A lot of plants that you don't see on our website, I can get you. But I tend to stock stuff that's one. It's easy for you to grow. So important for me is a plant that is not difficult for the most part. There's a couple plants I get that might be a little bit harder, but for the most part, everything we stock is on the easier side. And I tend to get plants that are like this one, for instance, Cryptocarine lucens versus Crypt Parva. To me, it looks nicer and it's less expensive. So I tend to stock it. But if there's other plants that you guys want, just hit me up. You could email me at kjeaquatics@gmail.com, or you could email us or contact us through our website at kjeaquatics.com, or find me on Facebook at facebook.com/kjeaquatics. You could shoot me a message there. And if you know my real name and my real last name and you want to be a friend of mine, shoot me a friend request. I will tell you straight up, though, I don't accept every friend request. So if I really don't know you, I might not accept it, but I'll talk to you through my business. So, let me see real quick, Keith. Suzanne asks, so will the dwarf water onions grow a deep tank possibility? Not really. Not really. Not unless you got some pretty badass light. I grow our dwarf water onions in a 20 long. And if you guys know a 20 long, it's 10 inches deep, 12 inches deep. I don't even remember. But deep tanks, I friggin' hate them, man. For if you really want a nice bigger tank with a good footprint but have decent volume, the 40 breeder. Greg Jones mentioned the 50-gallon lowboy that ZooMed makes, but the 40 breeder is very, very common. Great footprint for plants. Small tanks, the 20 long is badass. Oh yeah, definitely, Rico. Yeah, if you guys, if you follow the Fish Fam, if you follow me on social media, if you follow Rico, if you follow many of the other members of Fish Fam, Keystone Clash coming up in September. I forget the exact date, but if you're in the Northeast, man, come check it out. There's gonna be, you come by and see me, so I'm the shining star, but that's a joke. But there's gonna be so many there, so many people there. I think this year is probably gonna be the biggest Keystone's Clash that they ever had. It's gonna be the biggest convention that they ever had. Talking to the organizers and what's going on right now, man, they're going to be flooded. So, anyways, yeah, definitely look forward to coming down to the Keystone Clash. We'll be vending down there. I won't be doing live goods. I'll be doing dry goods, plus botanicals. So we'll be bringing Dr. Basileir's. We're coming down to rep Dr. Basileir's. I'll be working side by side with Michael Skurnick from Michael's Fish Room. Michael is sponsored by Dr. Basileir's, and KJE Aquatics happens to be a retailer in the United States of Dr. Basileir's. So while he's talking about it, I'll be selling it, and vice versa. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, Alshan, September 23rd and through the 25th. Morgantown, PA, I believe it is. So someone can throw the link up. So, all right. I actually got more plants in here. Oh, I'll just show this one real quick. You guys can see these on my website, but we do stock Nerite snails. The only ones I stock I don't stock the zebras and the real big fancy ones, but I stock the Cinderellas, the ugly ones that you know, you put a glass slipper on these and they turn into a beautiful princess. So we got the olive Nerites. I'm trying to show it so you see it. So you got the olive Nerites here. They're also called, another common name is the tiger eye, just because of they got the little eye right there. But I call them olives because that's what they look like. They're a greenish color, and they're about the size of an olive, so you can put it in your martini if you want. But anyways, olive Nerites, we stock these, I think, on the website for $1.55. They don't work any better. They don't work any less than the fancy versions, but they're great for diatom. They're great at just tank maintenance, and they have a very small bio load, so they won't even affect the bio load of the tank. So, what's up, Danikin? All right, next up is, and this is a plant I only stock during the warm months because I grow it outdoors. This one does need higher light. Not super high light, but it needs more than what I have in my fish room. This is Luigi Ovalis. So I use Mr. Sunshine to grow this outdoors. But this plant is super easy out in your tubs. Pot it just like I showed you the other one. So you could just pot it in a terracotta pot, or just pot it in the plastic in one of these with some rock wool. That's all it needs. It doesn't really need a lot of substrate. You could actually just float it. So you could leave these come weighted. So it'll come with the weight on it. You could leave the weight on it. The only thing with plants that have the weight around it, a lot of times they'll rot around the base of the weight, and then they're eventually gonna break off from there. They're not gonna die. They're just gonna die around where the weight is. So the weight is not usually a permanent solution for stem plants, is what I'm getting at. But you could pot these. Again, you could leave it weighted. You could just throw them in your tub, and they're gonna grow. But these will grow a nice, or these will turn, the tops of these turn into a badass red color. I love Ovalis. And if they're green variant, while they're green, you see this variegation in the leaf. These are beautiful, man. I love this plant. Super easy stem plant, but it does need more than low to medium light. It needs medium to higher light from my experience. So that's Ovalis. All right. Next up. Shit, I got a lot more in there than I thought, guys. Ooh, look at these. These are some big Brazilian Pennywort leaves. These are some Mac Daddy leaves right here. This is Brazilian Pennywort. I love Brazilian Pennywort. But these, holy shit, they got some big leaves. Brazilian Pennywort, you get a lily type leaf. I grow up floating. You could plant this in the substrate, me personally, I grow it floating. Easy plant to do indoors or out. So if you're going to do it indoors, I find it does better definitely floating. Outdoors, depending on the sun that your tubs get, you could do it. You could plant it as well. But I say when you buy one of these, just bust the rubber band, throw it in your tub, and it provides nice. It'll fan out. Provides a nice lily type leaf. Smells fabulous. I love this plant. All right, here's another one. This is strictly tub or pond. This is not Amazon. This is American frogbit. So, American frogbit. You could plant this in the substrate, or you could just float it. Me, when I'm done here talking, rambling, I'm just gonna go outside in the tub and I just chuck them in. So they'll be floating until you guys buy them. But a lot of these plants right here are going to the swap. So I know a lot of people out at the swap are looking for pond plants, so that's why I brought in some. But I'll have them on the website too. So hold on. I see some people are asking me questions. And Andrew, what's up? Keith, what do I have for Algae Bloom? For algae, I got algae killer, but you know what? You know what works better than that, in my opinion, is you could throw bales of barley in your tank, but barley extract is concentrated, barley that's broke down. So barley extract is really good at clearing up the water. That's what I suggest. So, and barley extract this is definitely not toxic. I have algae killer from Fritz. I say killer, but I got algae clean out from Fritz. But if you guys use a product like this, it's not a bad product, but do me a favor. Make sure you read and comprehend. That's the important part. Read and comprehend and follow the directions on the product label. And that's just not for Fritz. That's for any of the other algicides. Read, understand, and follow the directions. Now, I'm not saying that this way to be a dick or anything like that, but I see a lot of stuff on social media where people use a product similar to this, and it's not just Fritz. This is a great product. This product will knock out your algae. But this or API or something from Cordon or Aquion, any of the other big labels, I'll see a post that says, I used XYZ product and I killed my whole fish tank of fish. It's because you probably overdosed, because this will definitely mess up your tank or your tub environment if you overdose. So I got some water Sprite in, yes, a little bit. Okay. All right. Back to the program, guys. I got more plants in there than I thought, so I don't even know what time I'm sitting at. I'm sitting at an hour right now, so if I cut into other people's time, forgive me. Dwarf Sagittaria. That's true, Greg. So on the product labels, Greg, well, you used to sell stuff like this. But on the product labels, it'll say, follow the directions, increase aeration to the tub or tank or whatever you're using. So if you're using a product like this, you could add an air stone or crank up the air volume to your sponge filters. So anyways, Dwarf Sagittarian. This is bread and butter. Love this plant. This is probably, people ask me what's the best foreground plant. My question always is, you know, what are your goals and what is your, are you low tech, you high tech? If you're low tech, meaning you're not messing around with CO2, dwarf Sagittaria. Don't try to go dwarf hairgrass. Dwarf hairgrass is a bitch. I'll tell you that. Anubias, assorted, potted. So that's another one that's in here. So I got assorted Anubias. I'm just looking what else I have. Crinum Kalama Stratum. Yeah, Chevy, I love dwarf sag. But you know what? Chevy, talking about favorite plants. This one right here is my favorite plant. This is my favorite plant in the whole friggin' hobby. It's Crinum Kalama Stratum. We have a bunch in stock already. But I just bought a few more just to add to our inventory. But look at that. It looks like, I'm just going to hold it upside down. It looks like octopus tentacles. So this is Crinum Kalama Stratum. They call it the water onion. I don't call it the water onion on my website. That's just one common name. I just call it Crinum Kalama Stratum. Just so you're not confused with the other dwarf water onion we have on our website. So the Zen Ginger, I can get Hygropenophyta all day long. Hygropenophyta, if I'm saying it right. So you can laugh at me too with my Latin and scientific names, but Hygropenophyta is a super hard plant. So I don't stock it, but I can get it. If you want it, I can get it. So just message me. It's easy to get. And Madagascar Lace. Madagascar Lace are a normal stock item. I have them on the website, but with all the Aponigetans, so Aponigetan, Madagascar Lace, the Bovianus, the Ovaceous, all of those are all imported. There's nobody in the United States that grows them commercially. So right now it's hard as heck to get some plants. So minimum tub size would you recommend for mosaic? Mosaic, you can grow Alishan in, you got an 18-gallon tote, put it in there. You got a 300-gallon tub, put it in there. So there's really no minimum in my opinion. I just float it. You could plant it too. It might grow faster and you know grow faster, get bigger if you plant the root base. But you could just float it too in any body of water really. The mosaic's pretty easy. So I have some already in stock that for my stock tank, it's just growing in a 300-gallon tub with some Nezi swords and some water hyacinths. But anyway, so put these aside. All right. If you guys are interested in Hearty Lilies, these will be listed as assorted. So these are pond lilies, the hardy variant. I don't get the tropicals, so I only fool around with the hardies. So what came in this time, and I order them as grower's choice. Is look at these. Look at that root base, bro. Look at that shit right there. So look, that nice big rhizome, nice leaves. I got the rosea, and you can't really tell until they flower, but that's the rosea. And then this one's called Almost Black. So I don't make up the names, but that's what it's called. But that's what the flower will look like once it blooms. So you got, oh, and this one's nice. This one's already starting to throw off a bloom. You can see right here. Really nice. So these are on the site as, or these will be on the site as assorted. And I haven't, sorry Greg, but I haven't updated the inventory for this week. I just didn't have time. If I was going to order, I'm just reading, 8 to 12 Madagascar Lace at one time, would it be worth them? Yeah, I don't import plants from overseas, so I just gotta wait till my supplier gets them, which is down in the country of Florida. So my Hearty Lily has gotten huge. Yeah, Rico, you can split them. Yeah. Once these get bigger, Rico's talking about splitting it. You guys could like split the rhizome, kind of like you would Anubias, and you could, and they're easy to overwinter. I won't tell you the exact steps because I've overwintered them before, and then I experimented trying to overwinter them a different way, a lazy way, before, and it didn't work. So I'll go back to the way I overwintered them, the original way, which is when you pull these out, Google it, basically. Google it, search the web. But when you at the end of the season, you could pull these out of your tubs, they can handle the cold, and if your pond is 4 feet deep and you have these planted in the substrate of your pond, and again, if they're 4 feet deep, you don't even have to overwinter them. They'll take care of themselves if they're a hardy lily. But if you're doing tubs, and you have these potted in a tub, usually, probably like the first part of October, you're going to empty your tub out, pull these out of the pot, and I wrap these. I would wrap the rhizome in a plastic bag, so you could use a plastic grocery bag. In the state of New York, you have a hard time finding those now, but wrap it in a plastic bag, and then I keep it in a cool, drier, the basement. So if you're in the Northeast, wrap it in a plastic bag. I usually double wrap it, put it in the corner of your basement, and just let it be until the springtime. And then unwrap it, repot it, fertilize it. We sell fertilizer too. They're on the website. So make sure you fertilize it, and it's going to come back easy. So I got lazy. Rico, last year. I thought this would work, but it didn't. I took the pot that I had the water lily out of my tub, and I drained it out. I stuck it in a bucket with a little bit of water in a bucket, put the lid on, and it didn't work. It rotted. So when I opened it up this season, it stunk like booty butt. So, oh, Alishan, the Nezzies are doing. They're doing good. So my Nezzies did good. Talking about fish that did well, my Nezzies did good. The Vietnamese white clouds survived the cold front well, and my rhombus barbs did well. What died were I had CPDs outside, they're gone. I had diamond tetras outside, they're gone. And I had Lemia nigrofasciata, which is the humpback Lemia, they're gone. So I lost those 3. And the Asian rummy nose, I lost those 4. So that sucks. Anyways, next up. Water hyacinths. I'm bringing these. They're on the website already, but I'm bringing a bunch of these to the swap. If you guys are interested in water hyacinths for your tubs, ponds, or don't put them in your tank because they're gonna die. They need Mr. Sunshine. But water hyacinths are probably one of the best plants for your tubs or your ponds. The only problem with them is they can be invasive. And some states have restrictions on them. So before you purchase these, I have a list of states I won't ship them to. So if you try to sneak by and buy these, and you're in one of the states that are on the no-no list, I'm just going to refund your money. So, and if you order other goods, I'm going to refund this and I'm going to ship your other goods. So I'm not going to refund the whole order and say no. So you just won't get this plant, but you'll get your money back. So do me a favor, check ahead of time. Don't waste my time ordering it if you're in a state where you can't have it. So, Kathy, yes, the pond plants did fine. Nothing bothered my pond plants. It was the water temp. The water temp got down too cold for certain species. But anyways, water hyacinths, we have a bunch in stock. This is just more to add to the stock. A lot of these are going to the swap I'm going to Saturday. So I assume you meant only base from. All right. Next up is red root floaters. Very popular plant. It's a floater. So we buy these by weight. So this is a half a pound. So that's how the nursery does it. But we sell them by a handful. So this is right here. This is about a portion size you're going to get. So you're going to get a handful. Look these up online because they're all squished in a bag. So what I'm showing you right here does no justice. The red root floaters, a great floating plant for your tanks or your tubs or ponds. Very easy. They produce a nice when they're happy, and they don't have to be happy to survive, but when they're extremely happy, they'll produce nice little pretty white flowers. Pretty cool little plant. So there, Alishan got some tips on wintering your Hearty Lilies. So there, that's some good pointers right there. So, all right. This plant I'll show you, but I'm not even putting them on the website. If you want one of these today, message me. But I'm probably not even gonna put these on the website. These are going straight to the swap. So these are golden rush or golden swords, variegated golden rush. See this? Pretty cool grass type marginal. That's what these are. Chinese lizard tail. These are going to the swap. Chinese lizard tail. And this is some stuff I normally wouldn't stock, but I brought them in for the swap. So these are all Chinese lizard tail. These are actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a marginal. So and it's a lower. It's not a tall plant, but if you can see right there, that's what it looks like. It actually, the back of this card says it grows 2 to 3 feet. Water depth up to 6 inches. So you can plant it around the edge of your ponds, or you could put it in a basket. I posted a video a couple days ago of just hanging baskets inside your deeper tubs. It's pretty simple thing. A lot of people also take baskets and they put bricks and they stack bricks or rocks up and set the baskets on top of that. But I find that to be a pain in the butt. Plus, adding bricks and cinder block and stuff like that to your water can alter the water chemistry, the pH and stuff. So I just hang them, screw a couple stainless steel screws towards the top, hang a basket, and I'll set these in there. I put a little bit of pea gravel inside the basket and set these in there, and they do great. All right, so actually we're getting down. This stream's going a lot longer than I thought, but this is the last bag of goodies. I don't even know what's in here. So this is some more potted plants. So I'm trying to just see some stuff different than what I haven't shown you. Micro sword narrow leaf. If you guys see me do unboxings before, this is on our website. When people ask me about dwarf hairgrass and they're low tech, I steer them towards this plant. It's a much easier plant to grow versus dwarf hairgrass. So I try to. A lot of people contact me about dwarf hairgrass. They contact me about Monte Carlo. They contact me about dwarf baby tears. Some of those plants are for the beginner. They can be a little bit difficult, so I steer them towards easier plants. Once you get a little bit more experience, try some harder stuff. But when people first get into the hobby, and I deal with a lot of new people, and that's good. Get more people into the hobby is good. And if you give them difficult plants and they fail at them, they don't stay in the hobby. They don't try to expand because the shit died on them and they give up. A lot of people do that. So if you give people something easy to start with and they're successful with it, then it gives them a good feeling. And you and I, when something grows, you get a good feeling. Then you move on to maybe the more difficult species. And if you fail at that, then you go back to the easy stuff. And I don't know. But if you start out with the hard stuff and you fail, a lot of times you get out of it. So same way with fish. A lot of people want to get into the hobby and they start out. A lot of people want to get into the hobby. They got a 20-gallon tank or even a 55-gallon tank, and they want a red-tailed shark. Stupid as fuck. But and then they fail when the fish get too big or die on them. Then they fail, and then they get out of the hobby. So I try to steer people towards easier fish and easier plants to start with. But anyways, so I'm just rambling. I lost the chat. I'm back to the chat. So, all right. So I have micro sword. These are just some more Anubias in here. And one last thing I'll show you. But I got this for myself. So this isn't even a retail size container. I wanted some pearl weed myself, and my nursery sells it potted, like a pot like this, or they sell it in portion cups, like a small deli cup, the little ones. I told them I wanted several portion cups, and they didn't want to buy it by the portion cup, so I asked them to hook me up with a bigger container because this is for me. This is for me, but this is one portion of pearl weed. So again, this is for me. I'm I'm gonna go make a micro salad with this. But anyways, I wanted to experiment and do something with this. If you guys want a little bit of pearl weed, I could probably portion off a small portion of this. I would share some. I'll sell it as a portion. Our normal portion cup is probably like $3.99 or something like that. But this isn't a normal retail size portion of pearl weed. But I figured I'd show it to you anyways because it was in the box. But anyways, that's what I got. And I will go update the list of the stuff that's going to be on the website. But they should sell it like that as a rule. Chevy, yeah. They could, but people, this is a lot of money. So, this, I mean, if people wanted a portion like this, I probably could talk to my nursery about portioning it out like this. But this portion size right here, retail, would probably be at least $30. At least $30 retail. So I wouldn't stock it that way because most people won't buy it that way. So I try to only stock what sells. So it don't make sense to stock stuff if it doesn't move. So well, Eduardo, I appreciate you watching. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to holler out. But I already went over an hour, but so a little bit longer isn't going to matter. But anyways, I'm sure nothing else is in the box. Got a pretty good order. Like I said, some of this stuff's going to go to the swap, South Coast Aquarium Society, and some of it's going on the website. And whatever doesn't sell at South Coast, I'll bring it back and put it on the website too. Zen, yeah. If you really want, Zen, if you really want some pearl weed, let me know. You guys can message me. So message me on Facebook at facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. Or email me at kjeaquatics@gmail.com. So again, if you guys if you know me personally and you know my phone number, I'm not giving it out. You can also text me. But if you already know it, you can text me. Don't call me. So I get enough messages already. So I have people message me 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I've had people, not you guys, you guys are great, but I've had people get upset because I didn't answer in a timely manner. And then I look at the time of the message, and it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, or even 12 o'clock, and then I'll answer it when I get up for my normal. I get up early. I get up 5:30 in the morning. So sometimes I'll answer at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then they're pissed off because I texted them or I messaged them early in the morning, and I didn't answer them in a timely manner when they asked a question at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's just the nature of the beast. Dealing with people in business is what it is. So it's kind of funny. I'll tell you guys how it is. Sometimes dealing with people is a pain in the rear. Again, none of you guys. So, hold on. Did you grow the water Sprite? Andrew, I'm just going back through the chat real quick. So, Andrew asked, did I grow water Sprite yet? I got water Sprite in today. Audio on the fritz. Alishan, you can't hear me? Eduardo just placed the order. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you, Sandy, for watching and modding for us. And Kathy, thank you for being here. Alishan, oh, okay now. And yeah, DP30. Yeah, we try to ship out as soon as possible on the next available date. I've had people that ordered last Thursday and Friday. We didn't ship. We didn't ship everything yet. I forgot today was a federal holiday, so I was gonna ship some orders today, but UPS and the post office is closed. We don't ship FedEx, so FedEx could bite me. FedEx sucks, but we ship UPS and USPS. So depending on what day of the week it is and what region you're in. If you guys are within my region, you usually get it UPS usually. So reptile plants. Sandy, as far as plants for a terrarium, we have some Sigonium, so arrowheads. We have bamboo. We have pothos, of course, but I'll give those to you for free. I'm just looking. I have some red mangrove. But one of my favorite ones is the Sigonium. So if you go on our website and search arrowheads, I really like those. And then Sandy, if you're interested in other terrestrial plants, terrarium plants, shoot me a message. I can get you a list because I could always order it in. I don't have access to a huge variety, but the stuff like purple waffle, monkey grass, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Peace lilies, stuff like that. I can get, but arrowheads for sure. I grow them immersed. You can't grow them submerged anyways. I grow them in the top of a fish tank. So if you let me bring you right over here. I don't have the fish tank or the fish room open yet, but in here, trying to make sure you can see. This is some arrowhead that I have growing out the top of this 55 right here. That's arrowhead. This is Hydrophilia. This is Hydrophilia Willow. So Hydrophilia augustifolia, immersed grown. I unboxed this last week. I bought some for myself. This up here, this is bamboo. So it's a nice big piece. Again, this is some of my collection. And all this big jungle here, this is all pothos. Growing in here, if you can see this one, this is some red mangrove. It's really cool. And that's about the variety I got here. So pothos, bamboo, and the arrowheads here. These are bigger than what I would normally sell, but this one's been in here probably for about 6 months. So, and then red mangrove. But if you're interested in some of these, this is again Hydrophilia augustifolia. It's also known, the common name is Hydro Willow, but it looks totally different immersed versus submerged. But anyways, show you that and put you back down. All right, but hey, Frank. The peace lily, just you gotta put that in a pot of water. I wouldn't even glue it. DP30. So you can plant it in substrate, or you can just plant it in water, but I wouldn't glue it to anything. So. Okay. Anyways, I'm done. I got to get some of these roots wet, and I appreciate you guys watching, hanging out with us. I'll get the website. I apologize I didn't get it updated prior, but I'll get it updated as soon as possible. So if you're interested in anything right here that's not on the website or shows out of stock that you've seen me unbox, just wait for about an hour or so, and I'll get it updated. So, and if you guys need anything else as far as fish foods, water conditioners, sponge filters, medications, and whatnot, it's all on the website, KJEAquatics.com. So I'll hook you guys up. You guys do some business with me. I always throw some stuff extra in the box, or I try to. At the very least, you're going to get a KJE sticker, and you're going to get fish food samples. So if you want to try Dr. Basler Foods, I'll usually put those in, put samples in the box. And we also, we do have another fish food line coming on board shortly. I'll do a video on that. So, and we will be sending out samples of that food too. But I'm pretty excited about that fish food line. Small business like KJE is, so proud to support them. They will not sell on Amazon for now, but Amazon might corrupt them. But right now, they told me they will not sell on Amazon. They do not allow their retailers to sell on Amazon. So that was music to my ears, but you never know. They might change their mind if Amazon becomes interested in them. So who knows? All right, guys. Yeah, Frank, it is legit. So we're bringing them on. We got stock in the mail, in shipping, coming our way right now. So, all right. I appreciate you guys watching. I said this a few minutes ago that I'm out, but this time I'm out. Peace.